They say skinwalkers don't want to be seen.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick?
But sometimes the camera doesn't care.
Oh my god.
What the hell's going on? Back out.
Get out, get out.
Yeah, just get out. Yeah. Wait. Dude, what's going on? We're stuck in the fucking mud.
From a lonely Utah hunting trip where a pale figure ran on all fours to an encounter where a bloody man stood in their path, these moments were never meant to be filmed. And yet, they were. Keep your lights on, turn your volume up, and remember that once you see their eyes, they've already seen you.
What the hell was that? Oh my god.
In 2023, a Utah hunter named TJ recorded footage that drew attention online for showing an unidentified figure. The video begins with two coyotes walking across an open field before disappearing into the brush, and what happened next made their blood run cold.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick? What was that?
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Moments later, a tall, human-like shape appears from the same area. Through TJ's scope, the figure seems around 7 feet tall, with long arms and an unusual gait.
Oddly shaped humanoid figure emerges.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick?
TJ later explained that he first thought it was a person, but noticed the proportions were abnormal. The arms hung lower than expected, and the movement didn't resemble any animal or person he had seen before.
A tall person figure, like, I would have guessed that it was 7 feet tall or so, and just had, like, disproportionately long arms.
TJ, who lives in Utah, mentioned that the encounter reminded him of stories associated with the region, specifically the Skinwalker Ranch area, which is known for reports of unexplained sightings. He stated that the event made him reconsider those accounts, but he did not draw any conclusions about what the figure was.
Being from Utah, there's actually a place here called Skinwalker Ranch, and there's been a few times where I'll hear stories about it and be like, there's no way that's real, right? And then after seeing something like that in person, my first thought, was that a skinwalker, you know? Because that's what we would have related to, is pretty odd looking.
That night, TJ and the others in his hunting group kept their firearms nearby while camping. No one approached their site, and no additional movement was seen in the area.
It's freaking odd.
What the frick?
I'm gonna go get my gun.
Viewers who analyzed the video pointed out that the figure appeared directly after the coyotes entered the brush. Others focused on the timing and the figure's proportions as reasons the footage remained unclear. TJ's video remains one of several recent recordings from the Utah region showing unexplained shapes in rural environments. While interpretations vary, the footage continues to circulate as an example of an encounter that has not been conclusively identified or explained through available evidence.
The most common animals that a skinwalker is purported to turn into is a coyote.
However, if that sight gave you chills, the next one will make you question everything you thought you knew. In 2024, two investigators known online as Hype Mike and Jesse documented their trip to an abandoned property in Utah called the Skinwalker Lodge. The visit began after Mike received an email from a woman identifying herself as Betty White, the supposed owner of Mystic Valley Lodge, a former summer camp for orphans.
Tonight, we are heading to a place known as Skinwalker Lodge, and it is located somewhere along this road right behind me.
In the message, Betty claimed that children had recently gone missing under strange circumstances and that she needed help investigating. But even she couldn't have guessed what was coming next.
Takes a dark turn. Betty states that over time, the orphans of the lodge started seeing strange and unexplainable things around the area. Originally, she thought that these stories were just fun and games that the children were playing to try and scare her, until she started seeing how frequently these stories became, and the looks on their faces when they would tell them.
When the pair arrived, the area was completely remote, with no road signs, cell service, or nearby houses.
Kruger's kind of creek area, which is where the lodge is, but I mean, dude, there's I don't know which way to go. I don't know.
Kruger's Creek?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. What seems like a path over there, but I don't know if the car's gonna get there. And then something on the left.
As they tried a path through the overgrowth, they suddenly saw a person standing unnaturally in the middle of the path. The figure turned and began walking toward them. It moved in a slow, deliberate manner, its gait unsettling, and its front appeared to be covered in blood.
It does kind of look like there's a path there, but it's just fully overgrown. Jesus, dude.
What do we do? Do we go through there?
I mean, I think so.
Is that you?
There's some weird stuff, dude.
What the hell?
Dude,
Is that blood? Oh my god.
what the hell's going on?
Okay,
Dude, yo, back out.
Get out, get out.
Yeah, just get out, yeah.
Both Mike and Jesse exited the vehicle immediately, terrified. They began running back toward the car without looking back. After a tense moment, the figure stopped and turned away, disappearing into the surrounding brush.
Okay, Jesus. Where do we go? Dude, it's coming. What are we just fucking coming? Look around. Right here. Come on. What's it doing?
Only then did they return to the car. Shaken, they quickly drove further down the path, uncertain of what they had just encountered.
How the hell are we gonna get out of here, bro?
Oh my god. Here. I'm just gonna...
Maybe we have to push it?
Then, finally, after nearly 2 hours of driving through thick brush and overgrown paths, they located a gate leading to a small ranch-like property. But when they pulled up to the main house, Betty was nowhere to be found.
Somehow it took us 2 hours on this dirt road to finally get here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But here, check it out.
I think that's Betty White's house.
There's a light on in there, you see?
Betty. I mean, it's kind of late. I wouldn't be surprised if she was sleeping. She is an old lady.
Yeah.
Near the front of the building, they discovered a missing person flyer for the same woman from the email listed as Betty White. It stated she had vanished nearly a week earlier. While circling the house, they began hearing distant female screams echoing through the woods. The audio was faint but clear enough to capture on camera.
Yo. What?
That's Betty White. Missing.
How? Is this why she's not answering my texts?
Missing Betty White.
There's no way.
Sound like a scream.
Yeah, someone yelling. Like a girl yelling. Oh,
Yo, you heard that right?
yeah.
That's a whistle. See?
That's not a whistle. That's someone screaming, Jesse. It sounds like it's coming from the bar.
Inside the structure, they found personal belongings scattered throughout. There was furniture covered in dust, old notes on the walls, and children's drawings. In one hallway, several doors were slightly open, leading to dark rooms that appeared to have been untouched for years. A running water sound came from one of the bathrooms, but no one was there.
Hello?
Anyone here?
Kind of sounds like water running?
Yeah, it kind of does, right? Where's that coming from? So dusty in here. That just happened now, which means somebody's in here.
Someone just taking a shower.
What? Nobody's here. Wait, what?
As they moved upstairs, the noise shifted to footsteps, followed by thuds from below. Doors opened without anyone pushing them, and they quickly realized they weren't alone. Moments later, a loud impact shook the house, and their camera footage caught what looked like a shadow moving past the stairwell.
Yeah, it's really bad. Man. Hello?
Anyone up here?
Yo!
Someone there?
Hello?
What the hell?
Panicked, they left the building and returned to their car. The footage ends abruptly as they drive away, stating they plan to alert local authorities. To date, no official report has confirmed what they witnessed, and Skinwalker Lodge remains closed to the public. That was unsettling, but the next moment terrifies more than you can bear. A short, low-resolution video shows a dimly lit tunnel lined with industrial piping and concrete walls. Faint mechanical sounds and a distorted scream can be heard echoing in the background. At one point, several individuals in lab coats appear on screen. They seem to retreat as a large humanoid figure becomes partially visible at the end of the corridor. The figure's outline appears irregular, with disproportionate limbs and jerky, uncoordinated movement.
Come on.
The video remains an anonymous recording from an unknown location that continues to circulate as one of the most debated pieces of alleged underground facility evidence online. If that gave you goosebumps, the next encounter will send them running down your spine. In 2014, a short video allegedly filmed in a remote part of Romania began circulating online. The person behind the camera, a local exploring rural farmland, claimed to have discovered what looked like an abandoned or secretive zoo operation. According to reports shared with the footage, the site was surrounded by old fencing, rusted gates, and partially collapsed enclosures, suggesting it had not been in public use for years.
Okay, so I'm in this really crappy zoo in Romania. They got this really weird creature caged up. It looks like some sort of deformed human. I'm gonna try to use some footage of it.
But then, as the clip continues, behind the bars, something moves. Several voices in the background begin shouting as the shape appears vaguely humanoid but distorted, its limbs bent at unnatural angles. Within seconds, a guttural sound is heard, followed by a low groan as the figure shifts closer to the camera. The final frame shows only the bars of the enclosure and a faint reflection of movement behind them before the video cuts to black. To this day, no verified explanation has surfaced. The identity of the person who filmed it and what exactly was behind those bars remains unknown. If that scene left you questioning reality, prepare for the next, where reality itself breaks. In February 2024, a disturbing video emerged on TikTok that instantly unsettled its audience. According to the post, two friends purchased a dog via the dark web, an act already steeped in risk. When the animal arrived, they realized it was not a typical canine.
This thing is so weird.
Its appearance defied normal anatomy. Something about its features, its posture, or its movement was deeply wrong, though the video did not clearly show every detail. One of the two owners became alarmed and wanted to rid themselves of the creature, but instead they confined it in the basement. After the door was locked, the video captures their fear escalating, and at that moment, the creature spoke to them. In an eerie, distorted voice, it said something that will make the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Can you understand me?
What?
Immediately afterward, the footage cuts out without warning. If these encounters sent shivers down your spine, imagine what else is out there, still lurking just beyond the camera's reach. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next footage could be closer, darker, and far more terrifying than anything you've seen tonight. And remember, some eyes never stop following.